Day 2 of Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee is underway in the UK with parties and events marking her 70-year reign. A church service was held in London this morning. The royal family was there, including Prince Harry and Meghan, her first public appearance in Britain since the couple gave up their royal duties and then moved to California. The Queen, however, decided to stay home. Holly Williams has more from St. Paul's Cathedral in London.
The palace says the Queen enjoyed yesterday's parade, but she spent a lot of time on her feet, and we know that she's been experiencing mobility issues. So it's perhaps not surprising that she decided to watch today's service of Thanksgiving on television at home in her castle. Last night at Windsor Castle, the Queen led a ceremony symbolising unity. More than 3,000 beacons were lit around the country and the Commonwealth as the UK celebrates her 70 years on the throne. But the palace said the 96-year-old monarch experienced discomfort at yesterday's military parade in her honour, and she reluctantly decided not to attend today's service of Thanksgiving.
She will be disappointed not to be here.
Hugo Vickers is a royal historian.
Listen, at 96 years old, we're so lucky still to have her. We saw her yesterday on the balcony. She looked amazing, and we mustn't ask too much of her.
Other members of the royal family were cheered as they arrived this morning. Charles and his wife Camilla, William and Kate, as well as Harry and Meghan, her first official public appearance in the UK since moving to the US 2 years ago. At yesterday's military parade, only so-called working members of the royal family appeared on the balcony of Buckingham Palace, including 4-year-old Prince Louis, who stole the show. We caught just a glimpse of Meghan, but today a reminder of her undeniable star quality.
If people behave well together in public, it makes it more difficult for them to behave badly in private. And, you know, so far the Sussexes have been very discreet. Let's hope that continues.
But it's the Queen many came here to see, still wildly popular in her 10th decade.
70 years reigning, you know, just really pleased to be here experiencing this event, you know. She did it.
I want her to live forever. I want her to live forever, if possible. It's not possible, I know that, but yeah.
We all wish the Queen well. Also notably absent today is Prince Andrew, his reputation sullied by his association with Jeffrey Epstein. He has apparently tested positive for COVID. Vlad and Anne-Marie.
Holly Williams in London. Thank you so much, Holly. So CBS News foreign correspondent Ian Lee joins us now from London to talk a little bit more about the celebration. I just want to say, I noticed the other day, Ian, I feel like, you know, you shushed up a little. You got a haircut. The suit and tie is looking good. I feel like everyone got a little more dressed up for the Queen, right? But let's talk about the Queen's health. What are we hearing? What are they telling us?
Yeah, I know that has been the one thing, Anne-Marie, that everyone is kind of wondering about. And, you know, yesterday we saw the Queen quite a bit, and really a lot more than we've seen her over the past few months. You know, the Queen was on the balcony of Buckingham Palace twice, first for Trooping the Colour and the second time for that flyby. And then we saw her later that evening at Windsor Castle to light one of those beacons that triggered the spread of beacons across the United Kingdom and around the Commonwealth. And so it was a kind of a packed schedule for her. She was on her feet all day, and some royal watchers who keep an eye on the Queen a lot closer than I do say that she looked like she was in pain at Windsor. So, you know, the Queen's health, it's not surprising that, you know, she's taking it easy a bit today, you know, and the Queen has had some health issues over the past few months. You know, back in February she had COVID, and then we saw her more with this walking stick, and so, you know, she's 96 years old, and you know, it's not surprising that you know, yesterday's events kind of wiped her out a bit.
So, Ian, we know that it was already reported that folks like Prince Andrew and even Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, would not be appearing, for example, during the Trooping of the Colours on the balcony with the Queen. But the Prince Andrew, is also absent from today's festivities. What are you hearing?
Yeah, and that's because we're hearing that Prince Andrew had caught COVID. You know, Prince Andrew has been quite the controversial royal, probably the most controversial royal of late because of his association with Jeffrey Epstein. And so everyone was going to kind of see what was his role going to be during this Jubilee. So I think maybe some people are breathing a sigh of relief that he's no longer going to be part of any sort of a ceremony. That is kind of one lightning rod that's kind of moved to the side a bit. But, you know, definitely when we saw the balcony yesterday, there was only, I think, 18 members of the royal family, all working members. So it's definitely scaled down from what we usually see, which are dozens of royals on that balcony, all waving, all members of the royal family. They've streamlined it a bit, and that's what we saw yesterday.
Yeah, you know, on that balcony shot, you want all eyes to be on the Queen. Unless, of course, you're Prince Louis. Then you get to steal the show. Then, I mean, all the facial expressions.
Yes.
Prince Louis is what everyone's thinking, but no one wants to show.
No one wants to show.
You know, I think that the cameras are focusing on those kind of situations more on the children, because this isn't the first time that one of these little ones either makes a face or does something silly on the balcony. They're candid. They're not scripted, you know. They don't have any of that reserve that everyone else has up there, knowing that it is the Queen's moment, so they just kind of do what they want. So, you know, Prince George has had his moment. I think Princess Charlotte has as well. So, you know, it is kind of fun. It is brings a bit of levity to the moment when you do see the Queen up there on the balcony. Definitely her moment, not to take away from her, but you know, it is kind of fun to see that, you know, these are little kids. You know, Louis is just 4 years old, so what do you expect a 4-year-old to do, you know, in front of the world's cameras?
Yeah, and his Grammy.
Yeah, and Grandmama. And Grandmama. Real quick, Ian, before we let you go, did I see or hear that Boris Johnson was booed today when he made an appearance during the festivities?
Yeah, that is correct, and it was quite a loud boo. You could actually hear it on the television.
Wow.
Yeah, crowds not happy with the Prime Minister. He is in a lot of hot water right now about breaking COVID restrictions, having parties at his office at 10 Downing Street. So his popularity has taken a hit. And so I think the crowd was definitely telling him they were not pleased about his antics. And, you know, the Prime Minister, I think, was kind of glad, though, that the Jubilee is for the Queen, a little heat off him for at least the next 4 days. But yeah, today people wanted to remind him, you know, he's still in a bit of hot water.
Yeah,
Partygate. Partygate sounds like so much fun.
I know, but it's not.
Boris Johnson.
Not if you're Boris Johnson.
I'm kind of mad that I wasn't invited. That sounds like a great time. Reading the details, it was like, whoa.
That's amazing, amazing. Ian Lee in London for us. Ian, my friend, thank you very much. Our coverage of the Queen's Jubilee will continue throughout the weekend. In the meantime, you can watch Her Majesty the Queen, a Gayle King special. It streams right here.